Okay, so it's a big snowstorm today, so we're making Marten boxes for the new trapline. So we bought 1x8, 16-foot rough cut lumber. We cut them all into 18-inch pieces. At the end of our stack, we end up with 14-inch piece, which we're going to make Fisher boxes after. I could have made them 16, but they're long term, so we want to do it how we like it done. So they're all 18-inch pieces. The two sides we ripped down to 7-inch wide because I'm using Belial Super X. So I need a 6.5. It fits, but we went 7 tall and 6 wide. And so we got our two side pieces. We got a notch cut 2-inch deep. I think we're 3-inch on the top, 2.5 on the bottom. And then the strip that we rip off on the table saw, we leave one hole, so we have a full 18-inch piece and 2 9-inch pieces. And we'll assemble one so we can show you how we put it all together. And there's no waste, and we're using every bit of the lumber that we can, other than the dust. Yeah. So we have it marked at 4-inch stick out on the back. So we have a 4-inch overhang obviously on the front of the box because they're all the same length. We've been at this for a while. We're making 30 Marten boxes right now. And we're going to get some Fisher boxes after. But perfect thing to do on a stormy day. What else will we be doing, man? It's pretty nasty out there right now. Okay, so 6 nails, side. And then Jason's putting these little 9-inch strips. These are little strips that we ripped off the edges. We're putting the thin side towards the box. And these are going to be blockers. So if we put it on a small tree, or we could put it on a tree as small as 3 inches, or up to 6 inches. Just using rads for these, because these are just little blockers. It's just the same purchase in the screen. So with our blockers in the back, we're going to drill holes, and then we're going to use a 3-inch roofing nails to put them on. So if we have a bear find our Marten box, which happens lots, it'll just have common roofing nails, so he can easily pull the box down. And the other thing we came up with our scrap pieces is the second piece we measure in half, so it gives us a 9-inch runner stick up front. And then we're also using brads on that. So with that, the idea with using just brads on that little stick is if we get a bear or something in the off season, he would just break that stick off. Maybe not. A lot of times they break like the bottom of the box, or they rip the whole box off the tree and it breaks the whole thing. So we're hoping using common nails with this little running stick, where it'll come apart. Tree for reference. And so this slides onto our tree, nails to our tree. We got the blockers. What we would like to do is we're going to drill a hole in the end of this stick, and we're going to wire a piece of deer hide with our scent on this running stick. And then all of our sets, we're putting just a fencing nail, a U-nail, on the top right hand, right behind the spring. We might later on wire some carabiners to these so we can just snap our traps on and off. But to start, we're just going to put a piece of wire here. We're going to drill a hole there to hang our scent, and we're going to pre-drill holes in the back of the box. And then that's our tree. Because we have that running stick and everything, we're just going to slide that on a tree like that. We'll probably just put one nail on the top of each side. And that's her. Have we covered everything?
Yeah, pretty well.
And then we'll show you how to build the fisher boxes later. We're using up the scraps to build some fisher boxes. So today I'm just finishing up my Marten boxes so I can get back out on the trap line. I wanted to show you how I build my fisher / mink boxes. We showed you the Marten boxes and how we built those. So when we built all those Marten boxes, we ended up with a bunch of 14-inch pieces. So I'm making just square boxes, like no overhang front and back, not to nail on the tree, you get screen on the back. So they're all 14-inch pieces. You could use these for Marten as well. But I like to have both. I like those for nailing on the trees, and then I like having these as portable units for doing a fisher set or a mink set on the bank of a creek or beside a beaver dam or beside a culvert. We'll show you how we put them together. So this is the top and bottom board are 8-inch by 14-inch. Our two side boards are 7-inch by 14-inch. And then we have a 1-inch notch cut in the front, 2 inches deep, 3.5 on the top, 2.5 on the bottom. And I'll just show you how we put them together here. Just using 2-inch common nails to nail this together. And then I have an offset in my notch, so it's lower on the bottom side of the box. So bottom side of the box, left side, I put a fencing nail in the top plate, mid box, to wire my trap to. I write my name on the bottom of the box. Okay. And then on the back of the box, I'm putting some 1/2-inch expanded metal. I'm just nailing that on with shingling nails. I'm just doing the 4 corners and then splitting the difference, putting one in the middle all the way around after. These make a great Marten box too. A lot of people use just like that as a Marten box, but I like these for portables to, like I said, for mink or fisher. I like the horizontal ones on the trees, just easier to nail up to the trees and get all these changes in the weather where we're getting rain and snow and all those different things. There's a nice overhang to protect the trap. So it doesn't cut me or cut my ski pants or something when I'm putting them in and out of the sleigh. So there you can see I got the screen nailed to the back. Like I said, these make great Marten boxes too. I like using them for portable units for mink and fisher and things like that. And then what I do after is on the bottom plate of the box, in the center, in the front, I drill a hole, kind of on a 45, you can see that, drill a hole in the center of the box on a 45 like that, and the same in the back of the box. Pick a spot through the screen where I can get my drill bit through there on the 45. So what that's for is if I'm setting it for fisher or even mink, if I have maybe a fallen tree across a creek or a nice natural pole where the fisher's traveling, that's just so that I can set it on the log and nail it there and there. But mostly they'll be used just for mink. So I'll tuck it along a culvert or beside a boulder or uprooted tree, and then I bury it in grass right along the creek. So we're doing 6 of these because that's what I had for scrap pieces, and then we got 30 of the other Marten boxes, and I might even build some Lynx cubbies here so it's a little easier setting. But for now we're getting this stuff done so we can get back on the trap line. We've pulled all our traps now. We had 12 sets out, and we did quite well. We trapped for 2 weeks. We got 10 Marten, which of the 10 Marten, 1 was a female, 9 were males. We got 12 weasels, 3 squirrels, 2 foxes, and 2 lynx. And I had 6 snares out and 12 Marten sets. So all in all, I'd say that's pretty good for 2 weeks of trapping. But now what we're gonna do is we're getting all these built up, and we're gonna start on the far side of the trap line. We haven't touched that area yet. We did a little beaver trapping there in the fall, but that's really the bulk of the trap line is over on that side. So we really just played with a little tiny spot rig so far. So we're gonna expand our horizons and extend the trap line out on the far side. And we'll see how we make out, and we'll keep you posted in videos. So here's what I came up for a lynx cubby. So these are boxes that I built a long time ago for our root cellar. They're 16 inches by 16 inch square, and then they're 14 inches deep. And I built a whole pile of them, but we use milk crates in the root cellar now, so I have all kinds of these laying around. So when I made those 14 inch Marten boxes, or Fisher and mink boxes, I ended up with 1 by 1 by 14 inch long stakes. So I just screwed them to the inside of the box, and then my 330 slides right in there. And then I can wire that box to the tree and put some rabbit scraps or grouse scraps or beaver scraps for lynx. So that'll be our lynx cubbies. I'm gonna build 3 of them just for something quick and portable. And then when I make trails to these, I'll put a couple snares, because with lynx, you never know, there could be more than one and they like to eat each other. So that'll be the set.